It
He
would
was
have
just like,
been.
or what would be a good line for him?
Oh, what was James's line? It was
Be the-
like,
For the
Says,
beginning
"Blithering
of
idiots," that sort of thing.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
"You've beaten to the prize." Yeah.
Damn it! I've
Um,
been beaten to the prize. We've been beaten to the prize.
Stay here and see to it that the Spanish guards stay out of the fort.
I'm just intimidated because there's a real British guy here, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
what you know what I mean?
No,
It's
do
just
it.
like,
Go for it. Go for it. You know,
Well, I
I
do
can't-
silly, like, chavvy Cockney accents around him all the time. He seems to find it funny.
I'm just sort of, oh, blithering idiot. The sort of, pirates are stupid. I don't.
New catchphrase. Picture of James. Pirates are stupid.
Pirates are stupid.
I think I'll get my coat. Basically, that's me out.
Ah, we just
Oh,
if it ever
you
becomes a
got that.
franchise,
Got-
we just have a
Aw.
T-shirt with James and it just says "Pirates are stupid." Oh,
And then there must be another T-shirt that says no.
yeah. Santiago's just no.
And then there
Welcome,
just says face with
Candyman.
the hat.
Yeah.
And then of course one other, which must be I'm the cutest of his little lambs.
You just have
So-
that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's great.
I don't know where that line came from. I was like, what is he gonna? Yeah.
And we're done.
Yeah. And oh yeah, I don't know when to wrap this up because there's no way we're gonna get through all the questions. So
Right.
I don't want to keep you up too late, someone. So
Let's say, how many have we done?
we're on page 3 of 16.
out of 16. Okay.
So I mean, we can do this whenever, you know. It's
Another one.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good fun.
It's-
Let's just keep going and see what happens.
And until it's like, well, what about you, someone? I don't know.
Someone hang up the Skype call.
How about
And
let's
Brendan,
say
you
like, I
just
don't know,
start-
20 more minutes? That should be good.
Yeah.
I think.
20 more minutes.
Da,
Cool.
da, da. Just Brendan start playing a lullaby on the mandolin. Go to sleep.
Start asking more questions.
Right.
Stop
Yes.
wasting time.
Okay. Okay. Sack, I'm curious. What does your version of the trio sound like? If you mean me doing the trio, then there is an animatic already
I
on
did that.
YouTube. I did that. I'm not doing it again. my impression sounds terrible. And the thing is, like, I always say I'm like, Louis doesn't sound as camp as he looks, but whenever I dress as Louis, because I'm a woman and I just look like a horribly done up woman whenever I dress up as Louis, to make it obvious who I'm supposed to be, I wind up really hashing it up. So I'm just like, I'm doing what I'm telling them not to do. This is bad. So yeah, my impression of Louis is pretty camp. Too much. My impression is way too much. But if you mean actual voices, because of the musical influence, Louis originally sounded in my head more like Adamant. But what I like with you, Brendan, is that you do the quirky voice goes up and down and goes everywhere, which is one of the things that Adamant does a lot in his songs, which is why it works so well. James was admittedly inspired by James Norrington from Pirates of the Caribbean, which is why he is called James. But that was like a starting point, because authority figure, chasing down pirates all the time, but since then he's kind of gone away from that. So originally that was the voice, just because it was a similar character, but I'm happy with Richard's interpretation because it takes it a different direction. And I mean, it was just James because I needed a British name, and Hunter is purposefully chosen because he literally hunts down pirates, right? So, oh, I'm so punny. Santiago, spot on. You are the exact voice that I picture for Santiago, so yes! Yeah.
Yes, continue flattering me, please. Yes.
This is the
Have
best.
a little bit more.
We are not worthy.
We are not ready. Oh man.
Oh, okay, we've already done a question like this. It was more about how did you get the voices. One-Eyed Royalty asked for Sack, what inspired the premise of Honour Amongst Thieves? You can follow the develop of Honour Amongst Thieves in my gallery in the original character section, which goes...
Visit CanadianRainwater.com.
Oh.
Click the link below! Yeah, actually, I think I'm gonna put links to, like...
I want you to subscribe. Do it. Click the button.
Subscribe, yeah.
Subscribe or you'll be an idiot.
Yeah. There you go. No, okay, you can follow all of the development, including the original premise, if you go in the original characters folder, because Honour Amongst Thieves doesn't have its own folder yet. And right back in the sketch dumps, you can read all of the working out how it went from one design to the other. But, I mean, I already touched on this before, so I'm just gonna go quick so we can get to more questions. It began with my strong opinion on gay rights, and I felt like animation needed a strong gay protagonist, and that wasn't waffling about the question, you know, it's pretty obvious. So no dancing around the subject, because I know that there has been some speculation as to whether or not Brave is promoting gay rights as well, because she acts so lesbian. I'm just kind of like, she's a 12-year-old kid who doesn't want a
She's
guy.
a Celtic. This is what.
I know,
Yeah,
but you know,
I did not
I'm not
get that at
gonna
all from
like.
Brave.
I am this close to just breaking on a rant on that, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I didn't.
It's
I didn't know either, but it was in an article. People are wondering if, you know, Pixar was dropping hints because they released the movie during Gay Pride Month, and I'm just like, oh, you're fishing now, you know.
Yeah,
But you know, I was like, we need a protagonist who's open about it, doesn't waffle about it, and he's not a minor character. He's in the foreground. There was a lawsuit filed a couple of months ago because two guys were gay and they were involved in a lawsuit. So, you know, the mindset is much more closed-minded here, whereas I just think it shouldn't matter. We have bigger things to worry about. So that was where it started, but it's adapted and changed since then so that it encompasses a broader topic, because so now it deals with the relationship of the government and religion versus liberal thinking and how they can either work together or break, you know, when they clash and they just refuse to bend. So the fact that Louis is gay is no longer directly addressed. So, but I felt like actually it works better this way, because I'm going on about how it shouldn't matter if you're gay. So it shouldn't matter if Louis is gay. We shouldn't have to address it. So he just is.
Right.
So therefore it's no
Yeah.
longer addressed because it shouldn't have to be. And the point is, you know, it doesn't matter if he's a little bit fluffy or flamboyant. He can still do everything else that the other two can. And in fact, he winds up doing it better. So in the end, he comes out on top, for lack of a better word. But, and you know, and that was why he specifically no longer uses weapons, because it was like, he walks in and he doesn't need the artillery that the government has and the weapons and traditions that religion has, because, you know, liberal thinking, he works out either way. Okay, oh, this one should be fun. From Lunette Noir: if you could go anywhere and do anything with a character that you voice, where would you go and what would you do?
skinny dipping.
Richard.
To the moon.
Sorry, yes?
No.
No, you answered. Richard next.
Oh yeah, you're skinny dipping.
Yeah, you're
You're
skinny
not
dipping.
backing out of that.
Yeah.
I'm going to the moon. That's it.
The moon.
Come on. Who's
Wow.
next?
Britain in space!
As for me, I don't think there's any other answer besides Disneyland. How can I not, right?
Yes!
Just recreate that picture. Just, I can't pass
Santiago, do
that
you want
up.
a Happy Meal? No. I'm
No.
not happy.
It's too bad. Now bend down so I can put this on your head. You look so cute with the ears!
I do not look cute with the ears. Ridiculous.
These people having fun! They should be at home worshipping! This is so blasphemous!
I feel really stupid now. Shouldn't it?
Well, you're only gonna feel stupid if I draw anything from the podcast today. I don't have time, don't worry about it. I should be animating. I should be animating now. Yeah, is there anything in the animation that you wish you could add if it weren't for time constraints? So I assume this is, for me, a lot more details! What is your favorite character to animate? The least complicated one. So far, it's been James!
Oh, okay.
Yeah, set myself up for that one. from Gothic Angel with a bunch of X's. Do you guys think you will ever all meet up in person somewhere?
I hope to.
The world would
I hope
explode from awesome.
Yeah. I hope to.
I think with locations it might be a little tricky.
Yeah,
but,
it is
who
a bit
knows,
tricky.
You know.
I definitely.
It would be
definitely
great
hope
fun to do that. Yeah.
meet.
We should all just go
Yeah.
to Disney World.
Right. Dressed up
But
as
there
our
you go.
Exactly.
And
And whilst we're
actually,
there,
that's not. Yeah. That's not the worst idea because I've never been to Disney World.
Oh
Neither
my
have I.
gosh.
I've been to Disneyland. But
I
not
don't know the
Disneyland.
difference. I know that like on Halloween you're allowed to dress up at Disney World, I think. So
Mm.
that would be really fun. Of course, then what do I go dressed up as? I just have a T-shirt that says I
You dress up as
animate.
God. You dress up as God.
Just a toga.
Worship me!
Worship, kiss my feet. Yeah, that would be. But that would be so weird because Richard is 6 feet tall, so we would have a tall James and a short Louis, and like a. I would be
give you
trying
some
to fit on the
stilts.
Oh, the
rides.
problems of real life. Oh, the problems.
I'll just we'll buy you heels with like platforms.
Yeah, basically.
Platform. It'd be like, how does it feel up there? I feel precarious. I'm really,
I'm
We'll
really.
meet up at the
I'm so
we'll
high
meet up
up.
at the premiere of the film
Oh gosh.
in Leicester Square in London. That's where
Yeah,
we'll meet up.
Mr. Square. There we go.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, the previous question that I skipped over was, do you think Honour Amongst Thieves could become a full-length animation? That would be awesome! But I'm
Yes.
not gonna get my hopes up.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Yeah. That's also one of these days. Hey, guys, this is a mass email. We're turning it into a movie, so, get your tuxedos ready. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I have entertained the idea of at some point visiting London because I've got friends there, and I know Richard for like 6 years. So that's like, yeah, so that might happen. It's difficult though with Santiago, Sangwon being on the other side
Again,
of the
same
world.
person, doesn't
Same
matter.
thing, yes. Santiago in spirit being on the other side of the world. Yeah. 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 I mean, and Brendan is close-ish to London, so that works. The problem is world.
Right.
Big.
World.
World.
Yes, the world.
Big.
The world big. Things hard.
Maybe if we all took a tour, we went on a tour to New York,
Oh gosh.
then Santiago Song would actually
Mr. S.
be able to
Yeah.
join us,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That
Well,
would
I
be
mean-
easier for Song Wong.
exactly, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I
You are
mean, what
so
I would,
welcome.
I would love it if, I mean, like I said, I would love to, if I finish the short, turn it into a graphic novel. And I mean, I don't go to that many cons, but the last convention I went to, there was quite a big panel for, Walking Dead, which is, it's like a rising graphic novel. I haven't read it myself, but supposedly it's got quite a following. So I was like, even if that's how far Honour Amongst Thieves got with a graphic novel, I'd be really happy. And it means
Walking
that,
Dead,
you
Walking
could
Dead,
take it.
Yeah, you might be unaware of how famous Walking Dead actually is.
Yeah, I don't
because
That's
follow
pretty
zombies
big
too
now.
closely.
It's huge.
I know it's a
It's
series.
Everyone-
it's got a show,
everyone-
got a game out.
Game,
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I know a friend of mine wants like a pirate-themed MMO at some point, so I'm like, well, maybe one day. We'll
Yeah.
design it. Let's design a pirate-themed MMO, and we can get.
You get to do role playing.
And
I'm
it'd be
sorry.
great. Like, I mean, the very first MMO that I played was aimed at role players, so it wasn't like mainstream World of Warcraft stuff. They actually had a team of people who just got paid to roleplay with the community. And they played as, like, the king figures, and then suddenly you'd be, like, talking to your friend as your character, and then the king of the land would just walk down and say hello to his subjects, and you're just like, what? So I was like, that would be really cool, but I'm wishful thinking. But, if it got that far, then I could, you go to cons and go around the world, and I wouldn't mind doing that, and then it would just be like, hey, I'm in the country, let's go! Yeah. Which
It'd
totally
be wonderful to
creepy in
do
the
that.
age
It'd be
of the
great
internet.
to go on a tour of,
Yeah.
of our characters
That would be awesome. I'll just
with
t-shirts.
appropriate hats on and
Yeah.
outfits and Mickey Mouse hat for you, obviously, Songwon. And,
Obviously, right.
Yeah. And
You have the tricore, and Brendan would be completely. We didn't see his face. It's just feathers everywhere. Where's Louis?
As
He's
it should be.
under there somewhere.